I've been ill.
It's real simple, man. Our policy is to keep it real, keep it authentic. That's how we're giving it up.
I am the real deal.
100% straight raw.
Doing it up with my man Ill Neil.
And now your host, Ill Neil.
Yes, indeed. Today I have the pleasure to sit down with Mr. Fiend himself, an Orchard Park legend, who was a victim of gun violence as a teenager, confining him to a wheelchair. This wouldn't be the last brush with death for the man many consider having 9 lives. I would say he is the poster child for overcoming obstacles and being extremely ambitious. Continuing his love for music and the hip-hop culture, my Real Deal crew, give a warm welcome to Tombstone Jimmy. Yes. Hops, what's good, Hops?
What's up, DJ Ill Neil?
What's poppin', man?
Pick up the team.
That's,
you know what it
yes,
is.
yes, indeed. Man.
Get comfortable.
Oh, man, get comfortable, man. We got a lot of questions on the board, you know what I'm saying? Some things we need to get out there, you know, some things that people want to know. For those that do know, for those that don't know, we're going to get you informed with the right information today. A man of many names. Let's get right into it. You know, we got J Hops, Jimmy Hopper.
Yes, sir.
Hops, as I address you, Tombstone Jimmy. You know, we got a lot of names, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not new to this, you know what I'm saying? You've been in the game for a long time, you know what I'm saying? I think for those that don't know the younger generation, I like to inform the younger generation. So right off the rip, I'm gonna ask the most important question of the day. Who is Tombstone Jimmy?
Tombstone Jimmy. Well, good question. He's a man. He's a grown man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's a grown man. Tombstone Jimmy grown. He blossomed fully, and he's dead. He walking around dead. Truthfully. You know what I'm saying? So if you can understand that, that's the meaning of it.
Okay.
I put the tombstone in front of Jimmy because they can't kill me. Simple as that.
You know, a lot of people that don't know you and don't know your history, you know, they know you from the I Love My Fiends, the Dneif, as some like to call it. You know, let's get into that movement. Tell me how did that come about, and what's the whole movement about, and what was the motive behind the I Love My Fiends?
Well, you know, truthfully, I Love My Fiends was, you know, if you ever listen to a couple, like if you know my history, my mom's was a dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? My mom's was a heroin user. And I knew it when I was young, at a young age, but I didn't accept it till I got older and really realized that, you know, she had an addiction. She had a problem. And by her passing away at so young in my age, I said to myself, damn, if my mother was here, would I love her? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I asked myself that, and I said, yeah, I will. I would love her. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the meaning came from. I love my fiends.
Mm-hmm.
I love my mother. I love my father. That was the meaning of it. So then I kind of like spread it out more to a platform. Because at one time in my life, like I was dull. Like I was just stuck. Coming from jail, didn't want to go back in the streets. I wanted to find something to do with my hands. So, you know, I'm always hip hop. YouTube, World Star, this is 50.com, Vlad TV. I said, I think I can make one in Boston to build a platform. So I just used the word I love my fiends. And, you know, I use it more of the model as that we all fiend for something. You know what I mean? We
True
all
indeed.
fiend for something. Sneaker fiends, sex fiends, weed fiends, church fiends. You know what I'm saying? So that was the meaning of it.
And shout out to everybody that's pushing a brand, a movement, or whatever they're doing.
So when I made the word Dneif, like a lot of people gave me backlash for the word fiend, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Just the word fiend itself. You know, everybody thought it was a bad word. it was evil, which it is evil. It says in the dictionary, it's evil.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you crave. You get what I'm saying? Something that you fiend,
Mm-hmm.
thirsty for. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I knew all my life was the crave. So a lot of females used to ask me, Hops, could you make some clothes for kids? So I said, nah, I can't because I wouldn't want a kid to go to school with fiend on their shirt. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wear it, and I wouldn't want no other kid to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I put it in the mirror, flipped it, and put Dneif, which is the same word as fiend, which is the same word as Fendi. Just scramble the words up. You might can make a few more words out of it. And I came up with it, and Dneif means to me love, most high, something, something above your feet. You know what I'm saying? Something in the sky, something to reach for. That's what Dneif is.
Dope.
So if y'all want to know the Dneif, what's the definition of Dneif? Is something to reach for, the most high. You know what I'm saying? Something above your feet. You know what I mean?
Let's talk this single, man. When I first heard it, I laughed a lot when I first heard it. I was like, Hops out here talking that real, man. I don't know if they ready for that, man. But let's talk Pandemic, man. Definitely one of the realest street, I like to say street hop songs of this era, man. I think that the song definitely went over a lot of people's head. Some people was like, oh, how he going there like that? I was like, he's going there, and the reason you feel that way is because you know what he's speaking is the truth. But let's talk Pandemic, man. How did you come about Pandemic?
Back against the wall, no website. I've been pushing the clothing line. So, the pandemic hit. You know what I'm saying? And, you watch Facebook, you watch Instagram, and, you watch the posts, and they say, if you didn't come up with something during the pandemic, then you ain't a real hustler. So, if people don't know, I make beats.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I tap on the team. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really don't know, but, me and my partner make beats. So, we've been making beats 7 to 8 years, and we've been sitting on them. So he came over to the crib with the studio, and I just wanted to get something out. I felt something that day, and I came up with the Pandemic. You know what I mean? We made the beat. I wrote the lyrics. We recorded it in my crib, and I brought it to the hood. The hood laughed at me just like that. They didn't understand it. Then somebody said, Hops, that shit hot. So I said, all right, I'm going to push it. I'm going to go a little further with it. So I went to New York and just re-recorded in a big studio, just to, get that feeling on it. Because we had to drop the beat from the MP. We couldn't just two-track it. It sound too dull. So we had to, stem it out, put that sauce on it. Then there you go with the Pandemic. And I just pushed it, shot the video. Went on Instagram, found the video dude from Boston, you know what I'm saying, and picked him out, and we went out there and shot it, man. That easy.
It's so real that the reality of it, you have no choice. The same things make you laugh, make you cry. So, you have to laugh at it because it's like, damn, he talking that real on there. And like, a lot of these dudes ain't ready for that, man. They definitely wasn't ready for the Pandemic.
They wasn't, because I knew they wasn't going to be ready for it, because they looking at the old head, the gray hair, bed, wheelchair. They just don't know how I'm going to come. A lot of people don't know I rap. So it's unexpected for them when I've been shooting videos for people and I've been interviewing people. So now you see me rapping, it's like, oh, shit. Like, it's really like a shock value. You know what I'm saying? But I just took it as worth and kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? Posted it to YouTube, dropped it on all the social platforms, and kept it moving. Just getting a little bit of love in the hood, and that's it, man. SoundCloud it first time and kept it moving, man.
You've always been a man of many talents. You always were known for your athleticism, football, basketball. Definitely honorable mention amongst the elite. We always got our hood stars when it comes to the sports. All this was cut short by gun violence the first time you were shot.
Yes.
Now,
Fact.
help us understand the transition period for you as a younger teenager. Because how old were you when you first were shot?
15, like light 15,
Light
early
15.
15. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah, like not even in a couple months into 15. You feel me?
So help us understand the transition.
Ninth grade.
You said ninth grade, 15. Help us understand the transition period for you as a young teenager, dealing with being confined to a wheelchair, a victim of gun violence, growing up in the hood, making the transition to the new way of life that you were forced to take upon.
That's just like it's you know, to try to sum it up short, just having a fight in you, man. You gotta have a fight in you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, the situation didn't change from being in the chair and walking. You know what I'm saying? It was just I'm still in the same spot, still in the same house. I'm still dealing with the same people. You know what I'm saying? It was a real big adjustment in my life. It would be for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now it's 31 years later. You feel me? So it was a big change, you know what I mean? Mentally more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Physically was cool. I could deal with that. But it was more mentally. You know what I'm saying? You got to get through the mental. You know what I'm saying?
I noticed in your song Back, you touch upon being in a chair. You said it's been 31 years now that you've been in the chair?
Yeah, 31 years, 1989. Streets don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That shit's a myth. And they told you 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. It can get you. Pick one. You heard that shit before.
Very true. Very true.
80, blind, crippled, or crazy ain't got no love for you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Real talk. So,
And these young dudes understand that, their position.
a lot of people don't know that you've been making beats for a while. You was rapping before, even after, being confined to a wheelchair. Let's talk the Wise Guys, Benzino, the Source, Unsigned Hype rap battles, because a lot of people don't know that you did the Source Unsigned Hype rap battles.
So, the Wise Guys kind of come before the Source Unsigned Hype.
Okay.
Truthfully.
Yeah, because the Wise Guys was like 96 era, and then the Unsigned Hype was probably about 2002, around that way.
The 90, I caught a Fed case in 90. I caught a Fed case in 97 and 98.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I did a couple years, and then I came home, and that's when I got presented the opportunity to do the Unsigned Hype battle.
Okay.
Because I was on probation at the time.
Oh. Okay.
So I did the Unsigned Hype battle. I had that from Zeno to, he was looking out, knew I was on federal probation once again. He was trying to help a brother out, trying to figure out, what kind of lane I wanted to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you want to do a battle? And I was like, yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean? I do it. You know what I mean? And we did a battle in California. We flew us out to Cali, and it was about 8 or 9 of us. We ended up winning, and we ended up doing an album. It's supposed to have been on Def Jam or one of them labels. The album's done. I don't know where the album's at. I never heard of the album. It was Scram Jones on there. It was Damani. It was True Mac. It was Jimmy Hopper. It was a girl from Atlanta. It was Damani. Harmy Harm from New Jersey, and there's probably another one I'm missing. But there was about 7 of us. You know what I mean? We did a whole album. It never got released though.
Me and Jeff have conversations all the time, and we talk about the Source Sound Lab. We talk about All Access, you know, different shows like that. And these are things that you can't, even if you YouTube them, like there's such a limit. It's so limited amount of shows that's been posted. I don't know because they were so far back, or you know, it's just like anything else that is classic that people don't have access to now as they did then. So you know, they're misinformed, or they don't have any knowledge of the fact that these things actually existed or happened. You know,
That's why this podcast is great, Neil, because you get to touch on bases. I really don't even do interviews, and I ain't, you know, it ain't that I don't do them. It's just that people don't reach out.
mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean. And then you know, that's basically what I think it is. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got this interview. You reached out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't reach out. They scared to reach out. Like if we ain't hands reach, or they're afraid of you or something. Like if we in the same field, you got to reach out. We plumbers, we got to reach out to plumbers.
Real talk. Because when I go other places, people are more open and acceptive to, like, oh, word, you ill Neil, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm doing. This is how I want to connect. You know what I'm saying? This is what, you know, how can I help you help me, or you help me? You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. How can one hand wash the other? But right here at home, I get the saying that people be like, oh man, yeah, the word is you're unapproachable.
Boston this and Boston that. Motherfuckers always talking Boston. I act like I ain't on that. I'm on that song. That's me.
True indeed.
How that came along was, you know, I just always been tuned in. It's a little story, but you know, I had some equipment at the crib.
Mm-hmm.
We used to, you know, record at the house, regular double cassette tape, instrumental on one side, the tape on the other side, mic hooked up to the joint, and we rap. We used to, you know, be at the crib. This is 96, 95. So, you know, I end up meeting with Dog one day, seeing him, and he came to the crib and he had Terror. He heard Terror first.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, who's the other kid that Big Chuck be messing with? It's 1MP.
Mm-hmm.
1MP's for more of my side of the projects than Terror is. Terror's from the bumps, I'm from the park. 1MP's from the park.
Yep.
So I know who he's talking about. So I go 1MP, I chuckle inside. You know what I mean? Talented, real talented. Probably one of the first rappers in the projects that put his vocals on cassette for people to hear it. You know what I mean? He said, put them two together and come to the studio. We did it. That was the first time Man Terror did a song with 1MP. You know what I mean? And they came out with Doubleheader. Came out to be a classic.
Yeah, R.I.P. JB, man. JB, the truth, man. That's just how real it was. Like, this was the first collaborative effort where you had every hood
The name.
on there. Yeah.
Big shout out to the legend Ed O.G. To peace to Fly Tie from Joint Ventures. You know what I'm saying? Free Orange Man. You know what I'm saying? Those are
Talking that
people I
talk.
looked up to rap growing up.
Definitely,
Honestly
definitely.
with you.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Them type of names, man. You know what I'm saying? I went to East Boston with Fly Tie from Joint Venture.
Joint Ventures.
Terry T. I'm going to keep it alive, man. Rest in peace, Terry T. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when I did the interview with Edo and we mentioned Terry T, man, I know that went over a lot of people's heads. He was talking about Terry T. Shout out to Disco P. So now, man, we got Pandemic out here going crazy. We got Back out here going crazy, man. And one of my favorite joints right now that's going crazy, the Some Niggas, man. All buzzing real heavy. What's next for Tombstone Jimmy?
Neil, truthfully, man, I'm just working. I'm just doing songs. I got a little buzz going for myself. I'm just gonna do video songs. I'm going to rock out for about a year and a half, 2 years with it. Go on my run, and I'm chasing a distribution deal. That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Black owned, man. Just a distribution deal, man. Find me some producers, buy beats, and I'm gonna just do it the old format way. Hit the road, and network, and I think everything else, man. I got the format to it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just you got to put the work in. You got to put some work in, and you got to leave. You can't stay grounded. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, indeed.
You know what I mean? You can't stay grounded. You can't. You have to move. You know what I'm saying? No A&Rs, no labels. They're not coming here. They're not coming to Boston. You know what I'm saying? Connecticut dudes will tell you that. They're not even coming to Connecticut. And they got talent in Connecticut, and we 3 hours away from there. 2.5. So, you know what I mean? We just got to work. We got to put the work in. That's it, man. I tell them, put the work in, man. Put the work in. Stay less people. Put some people that won't work around you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going to pull on your legs, exhaust your funds, and work, man. You know what I'm saying? Because when you start doing good shit, haters come. The devil work. The devil's working at all times. You know what I'm saying? Even at this age for me. You know what I'm saying? Me getting into music, I already see it. Like if it was a new drug and I started selling the new drug, people were mad that I came out with the new drug. Rap it. Do what make you feel good. That's it.
Do what make you feel good, man. You know what, man? I definitely appreciate you, man. It's been real, man. I'm going to leave you with this, man. I heard something the other day, and it was kind of inspiring for me, man. And I think that, people need to hear it. Life isn't about people showing up for you. Life is about you showing up for people. With that being said, man, I feel like, you, myself, and a lot of other people that I plan on sitting down with and kicking it about, we've seen a lot, we've done a lot, but there's a reason why we're still here giving up this real, man, because this is a message that need to be said, and these are things that the guys that's coming up under us need to know so they don't make the mistakes that we made coming up or even have to go through the trials and tribulations. They can probably get there a little bit faster if they just open up their ears and listen. Like, I don't want to leave here knowing some of the things that I know and not pass it along to the guys that's coming up under me. I just ask that I don't want anything in return. I just ask that you do something with the knowledge that you can gain from myself or people like yourself. So that was one of the reasons why I asked you to come on this podcast, because I know you had much knowledge to share and, let the people know what you're out here doing.
Man, each one teach one. Y'all young bloods, man. Keep your head up, man. You know what I'm saying? Love somebody, man. Love your mother. Love your father, man. Love them more than you love the block, man. You know what I'm saying? Find something to love. You know what I'm saying? Find, it ain't too early, man. Don't pick it up late. I see a lot of old heads go get the CDL license at 50, 55. Young blood, you can do it at 20-something. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself up, man. You take care in the front, it won't stick out in the back. That's what I'm going to give y'all a little game, all right?
That's what's up, man. It's been real, Hops. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on. People, y'all already know what it is. The Real Deal with Ill Neil, man. It's been real.
Follow Ill Neil on Facebook and Twitter at DJ Ill Neil, on Instagram at Ill Neil.